Hey Hurricanes family, this is Hannah Griffin and I'm the club director for Hurricane Volleyball Club. One of the things that our club is working through this year is going over the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Stephen Covey. And this week our athletes were able to read through the introduction and get through page number 8. We stopped at the section, What Exactly Are Habits? In this section, we went over why athletes should be interested in reading this book and why this author wrote the book. And we went over the 7 habits. So just to give families a little bit of a summary as to what that entails, habit 1 is be proactive, take responsibility for your life. Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind, define your mission and goals in life. Habit 3 is put first things first. Prioritize and do the most important things first. Habit 4 is think win-win, have an everyone can win attitude. Habit 5 is seek first to understand, then be understood. Listen to people sincerely. Habit 6 is synergize, and that's working together to achieve more. Habit 7 is sharpen the saw, and that's talking about renewing yourself on a regular basis. As athletes are working through, they're given this image here of a tree, and it talks about how the first 3 habits are really fundamental. And it's like the roots of the tree, then the next ones go up, and then the last one kind of refeeds back into everything. So they call the first 3 habits the private victory because it's talking about getting yourself right before worrying about others. And then being a good team player is habit 4 through 6. And that's considered the public victory. And then the final one is the habit of renewal. So that's making sure that you have a chance to rest and re-energize. So those were the 7 habits. We were introduced to those to give the effectiveness of those 7 habits, which seem rather simple and straightforward. The author goes ahead and talks about 7 habits of defective teens. The first one being react. It gives the example of blame all of your problems on your parents, your stupid teachers, your lousy neighborhood, your boy or girlfriend, the government, or something or someone else. Be a victim. Take no responsibility for your life. If you're hungry, eat. If you're bored, make trouble. If someone yells at you, yell back. If you feel like doing something you know is wrong, go for it. Automatically, the students and athletes that we've got in our program could see why this was a pretty big deal and why you don't want those kinds of behaviors on a team. Habit 2 is begin with no end in mind. Don't have a plan, avoid goals at all costs, and never think about tomorrow. Why worry about the consequences of your actions? Live for the moment. Habit 3 is put first things last. Whatever's most important in your life, don't do it until you've spent sufficient time watching videos of cute animals, texting, lounging around. Always put off studying till tomorrow. Make sure that fun things come before important things. This is something that, as we were reflecting, a lot of athletes said this is a tough thing for them in their lives. A lot of times it's a lot easier to put fun things first instead of important things first. Habit 4 is think win lose. See life as a vicious competition. If you want to be at the top of the popularity list, you'd better knock someone else off first. Don't let anyone else succeed at anything because remember, if they win, you lose. If it looks like you're going to lose, however, make sure you drag that sucker down with you. This one, they were kind of horrified with, but as you go through life, you do meet a lot of people who have this type of attitude, and it's definitely something we don't want athletes to have in our program. Habit 5 for defective teens would be to seek first to talk, then pretend to listen. It says you were born with a mouth, so use it. Talk a lot. Always express your side of the story first. Once everyone understands your views, pretend to listen to theirs by nodding and saying, while daydreaming about what's for lunch. Habit 6 for defective teens is don't cooperate. Let's face it, other people are weird because they're different from you. So why try to get along with them? Teamwork's for the dogs. Since you always have the best ideas, you're better off doing everything by yourself. Be your own island. Not helpful in a team atmosphere. And then habit 7 was the one that was at the top of the tree when you're looking at that picture. It says wear yourself out. Be so busy with life that you never take time to renew or improve yourself, never study, don't learn anything new, avoid exercise like the plague, and for heaven's sake, stay away from good books, nature, and anything else that may inspire you. So what athletes had for homework this week was to make a little graph. And on one side, they just talked about what good habits they have right now. It could be related to anything, including volleyball. And on the other side, some bad habits that they have. Then they had 3 questions to reflect on the habits specifically listed in this book. So they were supposed to pinpoint a habit that they thought would be difficult, a habit that they think is most important to not do, like the defective habits, in order to be a good teammate. And then the other one was just a little bit more reflecting as well. So from week to week, we're going to be going through this book. So if you're able to purchase this book, please do so. If not, please let us know and we can try to help put a copy in your hands. But we're going to be working through this and training up these athletes so that they're not only going to get physically stronger on the court and have a higher volleyball IQ, but also we want to teach them how to have better habits, how to be a better teammate, and how to filter things so that as they're seeing body language, how they're hearing things is just coming into them, and that they choose whether or not to take things in a more positive and constructive way or in a more negative way. We're trying to change that up so that they all hear each other well and speak to each other well. And we're really excited about getting into this book, and we're already seeing some really cool conversations happening with our athletes and coaches. So again, this book is titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. This is the newer one. They had an older one. This one just has a little bit more relevant information as to like technology and some stories of things that kids are going through. But we just wanted to make a video to let you guys know what we're doing. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see athletes back on the court soon. Bye.